Hello everyone, I'm McClendon, and today I'm going to be talking about family channels. I feel like this video is just going to be me venting. If you've been on YouTube long enough and actually are like old enough to understand the toxicity of family channels and what's going on and have been viewing like how a lot of family channels are, you know like something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong with a lot of family channels. I'm not talking about everyone. You know, some are just, little clips here and there, little vlogs, but let's talk about channels that are, like, mainly focused around their family. I'm just gonna say right now, I don't really like family channels. Like, I don't like them. Or really any famous social media star that has a kid and features their kid in, like, a lot of their videos. You might be wondering why. Well, because a lot of times they use their kid for views. They exploit their kids just to get subscribers and views and money, which to me is just completely gross. It's not like, oh, I just film videos with my kid and I upload them. There have been a lot of times and a lot of cases where they don't even care about, or like the parents or the person in charge of the family channel doesn't even care about their kid. Like, we've seen parents forcing their kids to cry on camera, parents playing like severe pranks on their kids to the point where they just break down like tears, and it happens continually, like to the point where like at this point these kids are just broken. It's not even funny anymore, especially when it's a family channel that uploads daily. Like, you know that these kids have to be a little tired of this. They film everything they do, these kids, and like I said, that's gotta be uncomfortable for the kid, and like I said, the kids don't even have really a say in what happens. Imagine being forced to cry on camera. Just imagine having a memory like that. So yeah, that's why I don't like family channels. They just are terrible for kids, exploiting them for views. I have a few examples of like family channels who do this stuff, or like a few examples of like social media stores with kids, or people who use their kids for money and views. Like, let's just talk about Daddy05, since that's probably like the most popular family channel where things just went completely downhill. So if you don't know anything about Daddy05, it was basically like this channel where this dad and his wife, who was the stepmom to the kids in the video, I believe, they would just like prank their kids. And you know, that doesn't sound that bad at first. Yeah, I could not see like anything out of these. I still barely can. But I'm not trying to waste any time here. I'm trying to film a video. As I was saying, these videos were just about like this dad playing pranks on his kids, which, you know, isn't really that bad at first. Like, it's just, oh, silly prank. Like, oh, whoopee cushion, right? Whoopee cushion, though. That's as far as the pranks are going, right? No. You know, like, that could be funny, but it ended up getting like really toxic. Basically, it got to the point where like, in like every single video, the kids would like break down crying. Like, they would have a breakdown, like a complete breakdown, like it was really hurting them. That's how far the pranks were going. And of course, the more crazy the reaction, the more views you're gonna get. And I'm pretty sure Daddy05 mentioned it in one of his older videos. He had a daughter, I think, who wouldn't react to the pranks that much. Like, she would be pretty like level-headed and chill, and he literally stopped putting her in his videos because she didn't give enough of a reaction, which meant less views. So basically, he would get the kids who would be sensitive about the pranks and do like the worst things to them just to get them to have this crazy breakdown for views. Like, if it was like a one-time thing, like, it would probably not be that big of a deal. But the thing is, these were like constant videos. Like, every single time they played a prank on these kids, they would start crying. Every single time. It got to the point where a lot of people were getting angry about this. They were like, yo, you need to stop doing this to your kids. Like, you're exploiting them for views. So of course they made up like lies or whatever, and were like, oh, it's just scripted or whatever. Like, that's not, some of the reactions are like true, some of them aren't, but like most of it is scripted or whatever. But in some of the videos, like, you could tell that it's not scripted. Like, a kid cannot act that well to the point of like having a full-on breakdown, crying, turning red, like awful breakdowns. Because of this continued abuse and neglect, Daddy05 and his wife ended up getting into legal troubles. I'm not sure if they went to jail or not, but they did get in legal trouble with it, and I'm pretty sure they lost custody of their kids. I'm pretty sure. Which is hooray, because poor kids, you know? Another example I have is Lil Tay. If you don't know who Lil Tay is, she was like this little girl. I think she was like 9 or 8 or something, or 10, I don't know. But she was little. She was really young. She would go around like cussing and flaunting her cars and money. Her cars and money. Which, you know, is totally wild. She'd be in interviews and whatever. And you could immediately, I felt like you could tell something was wrong. Like, why is this little girl flaunting money in her cars, that she can't even drive, and cussing and acting gangster or whatever? But later on, she ended up disappearing for a while. I think last year, later on, we found out, like, she's probably not okay, or wasn't okay the whole time. I'm pretty sure her mother and her older brother were exploiting her. They were forcing her to do this, you know, to get, views and attention from the media. And this girl was like a kid, which absolutely sucked. Like, I'm pretty sure that some videos came out of her brother like forcing her to be more gangsta in her videos and cuss more, and that she didn't want to do that. I mean, like, she's 9. Like, she just wants to live a normal life, and you're forcing her to be this, oh, I'm famous, I got all this money and all this stuff at that young of an age. And it's like, the fact that her brother had so much control over her life and her mother didn't do anything and just let it happen and was encouraging this is just gross. I heard Lil Tay lives with her father now, who was totally against everything that was happening. So that's good, and hopefully that's true. I really hope that she got away from those crazies. Another example I have is Jordan Cheyenne. If you don't know who that is, I don't blame you, because I kind of just found out her name right now. But I'm sure you guys are aware of that video that was uploaded that one time about this mom, this mother, this woman who mistakenly forgot to, like, edit the end of her video. Like, I don't even know how you make that mistake. I don't know if she was tired. I don't know who edited it at all. Like, if she hired someone else to edit the video, I think they did a good job in leaving that in. I feel like they would have done that on purpose if it was someone else and not her. Anyways, she didn't edit the end of her video, and at the end you could see her forcing her son to make a thumbnail with her because I think their dog died, and she was like, he was actually genuinely crying, and he, like, said in the video, he was like, Mom, I'm actually crying. And she was like, no, let's pose for a thumbnail or whatever, and cry or whatever. He's like, I am crying, like, seriously. And it's like, she was just using his tears. She didn't care that he was crying. She was using his tears for a stupid thumbnail. Your son is actually crying, like, genuinely, because your dog died. Like, she didn't care about the dog or the son, because she just wanted a video out of this. Like, I'm pretty sure she could have found a different thumbnail. Maybe just make yourself cry. You don't gotta include your son into this, or pull your son into this. You don't gotta include him, because he was actually in genuine pain. Some people don't deserve to be parents. Some people do not deserve to be parents. She ended up apologizing. Maybe I'll watch the video eventually. I don't know. I've never actually seen the video, but I heard it's bad, and honestly, I hate it when people just, like, apologize because, oh, I'm getting canceled. I mean, you know, everybody makes mistakes and all, but, like, that girl didn't care about her son. I'm just saying, she didn't care about her son. And the only thing she cares about is the fact that her sub count's going down now. But yeah, I really, really dislike family channels and that whole thing about exploiting your kids for views. It's so terrible. Like, this is just a rant. This is an actual just rant about how much I dislike that and how it's gross. I'm pretty sure there's a Darman video on it. Family channel, so I should watch it and post it on, make a video out of it and then post it on the channel and be like, I support you for this one, Darman, even though Darman's videos are pretty interesting and weird. But hey, at least he's spreading out a message. That's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, like it, subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will see you guys next time.